What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. It's Ars. Let's get productive. So today I want to talk about a new VST that I am super excited about. I've been excited about what the next thing from this company is gonna be. It's a company that I've spoken about on this channel multiple times, but it's by Soundware. They're the creators of the Octane VST, the Vibe VST. They make really dope products, and they have a brand new VST available that's some real next level stuff right here. So the name of this VST is called SYLO. Now, SYLO is a cloud-based VST. It's sort of in the realm of arcade, but where this thing shines and where it really takes things to the next level is its possibilities and what it allows R&B producers and trap producers to create. I always said that arcade is really cool, really dope, but it has a very specific sound. And if you're not creating a beat or composing anything that you can utilize that sound, you might not end up using arcade that much. So it's an incredible VST, and it's incredible that it's cloud-based and they constantly update with new samples all the time for you guys to check out. But I've been constantly waiting for someone to enter that same kind of subscription-based market, but do it in a way that truly caters to the hip-hop community, the trap producers, the trap soul, the R&B producers, and really takes things to the next level. And I feel like SYLO, this new VST, does just that. This thing is an incredible sample-based, cloud-based VST that is constantly being updated with sounds, and I can't wait to share with you how dope this thing really is. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into it. Soundware, SYLO, let's see what this thing is all about. So as always, I have Logic queued up, and this is SYLO. And like I said, it's similar in arcade and just that they share the same type of platform. They're sample-based instruments, and if you subscribe, you continue to get new royalty-free samples all the time, constantly being updated, and they're playable. So you can really create and sample and do your own thing with the sounds inside of this thing. So let's go back over to the UI and take a look at what's going on here. This is SYLO. Now, if you go to the home page on SYLO, this is where you get a look at all of the different playable sample engines. So they have a category here called Linux, they have trap, they have hip hop, they have strum, they have all of these different categories. And if you want, you can click the play button and it'll give you a little sneak peek at what's happening inside of that sample engine. So we'll just click this. And you can do that with any one of these sample engines. You can click the play button right here on source. And like I said, these are all royalty-free samples. They come chopped up inside of this thing, and I'll show you in a second how you can pick and choose different sections and play them however you want to play them. But let's say you liked Source and you wanted to use Source. You just hit that download button right there. It's going to download Source for you. And you go over to this play button right here, and Source is going to be loaded up on this play button. And as you can see, it's a really clean UI design. You got your vibrant colors here, your purple, your red, everything really pops in the artistic view of the thing. And you have your wave file down here where you can just move this slider along and adjust where your sample starts. And as you can see, no matter what key I play, it goes through the sample. And if I want, I can click on the wave file and slide the start and stop positions of the sample on any one of the keys that I'm hitting. So right now I'm hitting this one. And I can change the stop position. So let me just move this. I can change this as well. Now this thing automatically tempo syncs with the BPM of your project, and you can adjust the key that this thing is in to fit any key that you're playing in inside of your project. So this thing will work in your project. You can add onto your beats using any one of the samples here and it'll work. You can also make adjustments to the octaves here. So that's really cool stuff. You also have some effects over here. You have your reverb. You have delay. You have a filter. And you have a width knob. And over here at the top, you have your gain knob. And it's that simple. You can just go through the samples, chop them up how you want. You can go back over to the home page and pick a different engine. I call them sound engines. We can go to Afrobeat. You can use the Afrobeat engine. See what that's about. Really cool vocal chops. But like I said, really simple, really easy to use. You can click down here to resize the UI. It's a really simple device, but where this thing shines is that it is totally geared towards hip hop, R&B, and trap in a way that I honestly feel like Arcade isn't. Now, the really cool thing about this that I found is there is a place for both. So a lot of times when certain plugins come out, you kind of have to try to figure out, like, is this something that I need or that I want? How many reverbs do I really need? Is there something about this reverb that's different than the other 13 reverbs that I have? And if it is, you'll purchase it. But if not, if it kind of feels like more of the same, you kind of end up in that boat where it's like, well, I don't need another reverb. So even though this thing seems cool, I'ma just pass. But the really interesting thing about this is it's actually filling a void. I think the most common complaint that I've heard from Arcade users, by hip hop producers, is it has some really great live sounding instruments. You have really great orchestral instruments. You have really great retro sounding records. Like, it has a lot of 70s pop kind of, sample engines and all these different kind of, 80s electronic sounding things and stuff like that. But when it comes to the trap and hip hop and R&B genre, there's a bit of a void there. There's not a lot of samples that are directly geared towards, that genre via Arcade. And what I found that I've liked about this thing is you can use this thing and really get a bass structure to your beat going with just this sample-based instrument. And you can also use Arcade and go to the playable instruments category and get some live sounding guitars and live sounding violins and vocal chops and things of that nature, and really use both of these things to create something really, really dope. So there is a lane for this, and the lane is actually filling a void that I was missing with Arcade, which is where are the trap samples, where are the hip hop samples, and this thing is full of that. What I want to do right now is go through some of these categories and just play a sample and just play different samples from some of these categories so you can hear some of the sample-based instruments that they have inside of this thing. So we'll play, I'm just going to randomly pick some. This one right here says Candy. We'll play that. They even have a lo-fi category right here. That's actually really fire. I just want to click that and look a little bit deeper into that. So you have that instrument right there chopped up. This one comes with some hi-hats. So really cool stuff. Let's go back over to some other samples. Crazy. This one is called Lust. That's fire. Let's look at Beyond. So like I said, this thing is just full of really dope samples, and you can do what you want with it. You can chop them up and go crazy with it, however you like. So now what I want to do is get right into the cookup. I made a super simple beat, super quick beat, but I'm going to play that super simple, super quick beat for you guys right now. So let's not waste any more time. Let's check this beat out and see what it sounds like. Now, all of the instrumentation, the vocal chops, the sample chops, everything was made using SYLO. And a really cool thing that I did with it is played the samples the way I wanted to play it, and then I bounced them out as audio files so that I can do time adjustments to them to make it move the way that I wanted it to move. Because even though this thing is tempo sync, they're samples, so you can turn them into WAV files and chop them up even more and do all kinds of really interesting things with it. So this is the beat I made using SYLO. Let's check this thing out. So yeah, that was the beat I made using SYLO. Really simple beat, but you can create all kinds of really diverse and elaborate sounding tracks using SYLO. But let me know what you guys think. Is this something that you could see yourself picking up? Also, leave a comment down below and let me know of any new VSTs or plugins that you'd like to see me bring to this channel. As always, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you can stay notified anytime I drop a new video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.